Hi, I'm Elliot from Elliott Guitars. I'm here today with some really good friends and to demo some guitars for you. And I'd just like to talk to you a little bit. We build these guitars from the ground up by hand, and we really pour our hearts into them. And our goal is to make players really happy with what they get. And you know, everybody's got opinions over guitars, and these are just my opinions. It's not, I don't know it all, and I don't claim to know it all. It's just, we just really try to build an instrument the best we possibly can. And our main model is the Peter Stroud signature model, and very proud of this guitar, and put a lot of hard work in developing it, the bridge, the pickups, the neck, and the overall feel of the guitar. And Shannon Davis does a lot of painting for me. He's owns a company called the Chop Shop. They do a lot of painting worldwide and stuff, and he does an incredible job. And he helps make this guitar possible, along with some of the other guitars. And this here is this is the cousin to the Peter Stroud signature guitar. This is called the Halocaster. It has a slightly weaker pickup in it than the Peter Stroud, and it's not routed out under the pickguard like the Jazzmaster style guitar is. It's more like a Telecaster. It's got wood all the way around each pickup, so it gives you a little tighter voicing than the Tone Master does. Depends on what kind of music you're playing and what sound you're looking for. It's just an incredible guitar, and it feels a lot different in your hands than the Tone Master. It's a totally different guitar, but yet a lot of the same characteristics. And then this here is the S series, and one neat thing we do with this guitar is it's got the Fralin Blue Specials in it, which most Stratocasters, the bridge pickup's pretty much useless by itself. And this pickup's overwound just enough to give you some meat to the sound. You can do stuff with the bridge pickup on this guitar, and when you take a lead on the bridge pickup, you don't feel like you lost everything. But what's really neat, it's just a typical 5-way switch, you know, and I have an overall tone knob that's over all 3 pickups. And then this bottom knob is what I call the magic button. It actually blends these 2 pickups. When you're in the first position, it blends these 2 pickups together. It kind of emulates a double coil sound, but because it is 2 individual pickups and they're pretty far apart, it's kind of got its own characteristics. But normally when you're in the second position, you know, it's these same 2 pickups, but they're out of phase with one another. When you're in the first position and roll this knob back, it's the same 2 pickups, but they're in phase with one another. And it works the same way on the neck pickup. If you're on the neck pickup and you roll this knob back, it blends these 2 pickups together in phase instead of out of phase. But then in the fourth position, it's those 2 pickups out of phase. So it works. It does a lot of sounds, but it's not confusing as it sounds. When you're playing the guitar, it works just like a typical 5-way switch works, but the one knob will do everything. So you haven't got a bunch of knobs and buttons to push on this guitar. It's very quick to go to on the fly. To like if you want to take a lead and you want a big fat double coil sound, you can roll that knob down on the first position and you've got a big fat sound. And that's our little secret behind this guitar. And this is something that's brand new. We just developed. This is called the Raven. It's a mahogany body, and it's routed out all the way around like a hollow body, except it has a small block that's about 1.5 inches down the middle, and it mushrooms out around the bridge. So it is a true hollow body, semi-hollow body, and it has a spruce top on it, which allows for a lot of good resonance in it. And it's just a great guitar. This particular one here I built for a customer. It has an old cut Brazilian rosewood fingerboard, but most of them normally come with Madagascar and with binding, but this particular one he didn't want binding and he wanted the Brazilian. But very retro. This guitar sounds really big, very 335-ish sounding. You can roll the tone back on the bridge pickup a little bit, and it's very Les Polish, and it's got a lot of different tones to it. You can get a lot of great sounds out of it. And this is a prototype. This is for first Raven I built, and we do offer the tremolos on actually the Tone Master and the Raven now. I'm working with a guy in New York, Eric Stetz, and it's a Stetz bar. It's one of the best feeling tremolos I've ever felt in my life. It really works, and it stays in tune. It's very natural and comfortable feeling. You don't have to grab the bar and strain yourself to get the tremolo to work, and the bar is just in the right place. You don't have to chase it down. It stays wherever you want it to stay, and you can use one finger to do it. You don't have to grab a hold of it, and I really like the tremolo.